Do
Yeah.
you think that, do you think OpenClaw will be the final version of this product? It'll just keep getting iterated on? Or do you think that there's a million different kinds of OpenClaws that and forks and copies that start to spin out and everybody starts using different versions and running their agents off different kinds of middleware?
Man, that's so interesting because I have to use history a little bit here now, because you remember when like gaming consoles were coming out left and right? It was like the
Sure.
Cube, and then it was like this Nintendo thing, and Sega Genesis, and all these other PlayStations. And then it was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
now there's just two, it's Xbox and PlayStation. Maybe there's like a DS here and there, but really it's like these two big ones. And then same thing with like
Mm.
search engines. Yahoo had one, Netscape had one, Google started, and then now it's basically just Google. And so I think that there might be a little bit of both. Initially it's like this mass grab for, hey, OpenClaw is open source. So can we grab that and then do a slightly offshoot of this to build our own like Linux version, right? Red Hat 8 point whatever,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then start commoditizing it that way and selling it. And then eventually there's going to be like this, Microsoft that comes out and says, hey, we do a lot of good things and we integrate with a lot of other things. And if you can convince, I think, the general user that your product is the easiest to use, right? With the lowest like technical gap to get to that solution, I think you're going to win. Hard to say a bet. I would say if I had to pick one, initially it's going to be that million different robot, options that have come out.
It's funny. I know we already said we put all the stuff and gave our closings, but I will tell you, I think the only reason the Xbox and the PlayStation turned out the way that they did was because they had IP modes to keep players. I think from a compute standpoint, there's nothing the consoles will offer you that the PCs don't at this point. So the only things that Nintendo or Sony can offer you is IP exclusives that push the console sales. The consoles aren't even that high margin at this point because the hardware is sort of commoditized and it's expensive. So there's not a ton of margin to be made there. The only margin is on the video game software itself, which has gradually become more expensive. And you have to really have like AAA quality IP in order to be able to keep a player base interested in the game. So that's an interesting one. I don't know that there's a similar IP moat or anything like that you can create. With Google, it was definitely network effect and product quality, but Google also has been disrupted by ChatGPT. So maybe that is not a future defining moat.
They had a good run,
when it
maybe
comes
10
to,
years. I think it was always like,
Yeah.
just Google it. It was a verb. Now it's like, I don't even Google anything.
Yeah. So I don't know if the search engines even are the strongest analogy. I think basically one way or another, your WhatsApp or your Telegram will become the front end of how you interact with the internet. And it's just going to be a question of how much more sophisticated your chatbot with your AI agent will be. And that'll probably be the vertical through which most work is done.